Haloa takes care of the land and the taro. The land and the taro takes care of Haloa. So when man takes care of the land takes care of man. My name is Vene Chan. I'm the cultural advisor for the Wao Kele, which is the project that we've named for the reforestation of this mauna, known as Mauna Kahalawai or Mauna Halemahina, also known as the West Maui Mountains or House of the Moon. It's 300 acres of reforestation from Waikapu to Iao Valley. To the sun. E ala e.
Through hiking and discovering and venturing out through the forest, we noticed that it was very dry and that the forest that was here was not a native forest.
When you go into a lot of the hills here on this lower elevation, it was undoubtedly grazed and burned, and basically all of the vegetation was gone. And what regrew was, 99% invasive species.
Within a couple of weeks of acquiring this property, we had an opportunity to acquire 3 other parcels that adjoin it.
The acquisition of the home and being able to be the steward of this beautiful property was like piece number 1, and then it just kind of kept growing and blossoming from there into a bigger mission than we could have even imagined.
You can look at Kuleana as just a responsibility, but Asha and Jeremy is beyond that. They have a passion. They have a passion to do what is right. We call it pono, and they want to do what is right.
I'm a 3rd-generation horticulturalist and a 2nd-generation vintner, so planting trees and growing things are in my DNA. I'm personally so grateful for the opportunity to be of service to the islands, to the people, and to the mountain.
A little maintenance to the trees and the land and the ground, and getting rid of what doesn't belong here, what takes away from the natural ecology of the place. We take out a lot of invasive trees, a lot of dead trees around here that we cut down, just trying to beautify the land and restore it back to its kind of natural way that it was, and clean up the gulches and the gullies and get rid of a lot of trash.
We want to first identify, then restore, and then preserve all of these sites. We want to bring the history and the ancestry of the island and the mountain back to the people and visitors.
During our first excavation of this area, we came across the obvious sites. So these are pohaku, or rocks, stone rocks that are stacked by our kupuna, by our ancestors. It's very, very important to us that we don't disturb anything that's of cultural significance.
Our goal is to bring the water back and have it flow down these ravines that it did 100 years ago.
Wao Kele, reforestation with the native Hawaiian forest. And with that, you also bring it back what we call the rainfall from the mountain, because our native plants have more moisture than the invasive plants to bring back the rainfall on the top of the mountain.
So you have the Wao Akua, which is the peak of the mountains, and that's where the gods dwell. From the top of the rainforest to the midlands is called the Wao Kele, it's the rainforest. So from nothingness comes the water, the gift of life, the source of life. From spirituality comes existence. So from the gods comes existence. So the spiritual transition, that's where we're at. We're in the Wao Kele.
Learning from our neighbors and from the community about the state that the mountainside was in, it opened up this mission for us to create a restoration project.
I've gotten to know Jeremy and Asha, and from everything that I can see, They have the utmost intentions of creating a place that's beneficial for education, it's beneficial for the community.
And so I want to make sure that the hula schools have that. We want to make sure that the canoe clubs can come up here and plant koa trees to make canoes 100 years from now. You know, those will be the beneficiaries of our work, is those that come after us. So part of our theme is not just as descendants of our ancestors, but now as ancestors of our descendants. Yeah. What's going to be our legacy?
The gifts that we receive from the forest, if we don't maintain it or keep it, our children will never know their own native forest. So we're given a gift thousands of years ago. And how do we keep that for our children to know their own native forest?
We have to stand up for the land. We have to stand up for the water. We stand up for the ocean. We have to stand up for the heaven. And this is one way of us guys standing, is to bring back this forest to what it once was. Yeah.